Right, so start na with our tutorial. So this is for the tools lang. Okay, so start na tayo with the tools, sa mga basic tools with the Maya. Okay, so again, uh, before we tackle all other tools, start muna tayo sa pinaka-basic, which is our selection tool. Okay, so we have the selection tool. We also have this move tool, and then the rotation tool, and then the scale tool. So explain ko lang kung para saan sila. So let's start with the selection tool. Literally to select lang the objects. For example, this one. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Okay, it just selects the model or the object that you are trying to create. Okay, mostly pag ako when I'm using the tools or I'm selecting a object, I always use the move tool. Okay, kasi the move tool allows you to move your object within the x-axis, z-axis, or in the y-axis. Okay, so it's a very important tool para sa akin. Okay, yeah. So after nyan, we have the rotation tool. So ang shortcut nito will be E. So by the way, ang shortcut ni move tool is W. Okay, so keep that in mind. So pwede naman kayo mag-select dito if you want to move your model, but it is more efficient if you use the shortcut key, which is W. Okay, and then the next one is we have the rotation tool, which is letter E. Okay, so you could rotate your character or your object. Okay, you could, by the way, you can go to the channel box or the layout editor. So you could add value to the rotation. Like for example, this one, you want to rotate this one 360 degrees. So just find the rotation that you want to. So for example, it's rotating on the rotate Y. So just go to rotate Y and then just type in the value that you want to rotate it with. So let's say 360 degrees. So it rotated for around 360 degrees. Okay. So for example, if you want to just rotate it, this one on 180, so just rotate lang natin siya ng 180. Okay? So it doesn't do that much. So let's say this one, balik natin siya, and then let's say 70. See? So pwede natin gamitin yung values dito sa channel box natin. Okay? Also, we could also use the scale X, yeah, or the translate Y, or if you want to move your object. Okay? So very important tong channel box natin. Hindi lang dito with our move tools, okay? Hindi lang siya yung ating tools na we could use to move or scale our model. So last tool natin is the scale tool. Okay? Very important din the scale tool, okay? Because it scales your tool. Syempre, naka-scale tool na mismo. Okay? The scale you tool could make your object bigger, smaller, diba? Depends on what you like. So for example, you want your object to be more slimmer or ayan. So pwede natin siyang i-adjust. Ayan. Pwede natin siyang i-adjust yung vertical niya. For example, this one. Okay. Ayan. So ang next problem naman natin is when we are scaling our object, okay? So you could notice na it is scaling towards the center. Okay? For example, this one. It is scaling towards the center. But for some instances, like for example, meron ka nang na-model. Okay, meron ka nang nagawang model and then gusto mo lang i-scale yung model mo. Okay, for example, gusto mo lang lakihan, you want to make it bigger, but you don't want the object to scale around the center. Okay, you want your object to stay sa place niya. Okay, so for example, this one, let's say we have this ground area. For example, this one lang. So let's say I'll create a ground lang. Okay, I'll assign the material. And so let's say this one, it's on the ground. Right? So you want your object to scale lang na palalakihin lang natin siya. Okay? But the problem with this one is when you scale this one, diba? Tumatagos na siya or it goes through the ground. Okay? So the solution with that one is we could use the pivot tool. Okay? So what is the pivot tool? So if you press D on your keyboard, D as in dog, right? D. Okay. So this one will appear. This one with the yellow dot. Okay. So you could use this one to move your pivot. Okay. Whenever you want. So for example, this one you move this on the left side, and then you press W again or R to scale. It will scale on this side na. Okay. So it's not scaling on the towards the center anymore. Okay. So we could what we could do is, for example, press D again for pivot, and then hold V again, and then we could just snap it on the corner of your object, or on this case on the cube. Okay, so it is snapping on our vertices. Okay, so let's say this one. So we are now snapping it on the vertices. Okay, so if you press R, okay, if we scale this one, so you can notice it is not going through the ground anymore. Okay, see, and we can also snap this one in the center. So if you want to snap this one on the center, like for example this one, you want to snap this one on the center of the axis. So you just hold X, okay, and then just drag it using left mouse click. Okay, so you could do this in every axis points. Okay, so just remember V is for vertices. So if you hold V, this will snap on the vertices, and then if you hold X, it will snap on the axis. Okay, axis points. So these are the axis points. Okay, this one. Okay, yeah. So let's move on now. All right. So ayan, alam natin yung mga tools dito, which is the selection tool, the move tool, the rotation tool, the scale tool. Okay. So ang next naman natin is this one. What are these? Okay. So these are the panel layouts. Okay. So currently we are now on the perspective view. Okay. So if you want to change the view, let's say you want to only see the top view, the left side view, or the front view, okay, you could press this one, okay, this panel layout. So this will show the four different types of uh, camera, okay. So this one is our perspective. This one is the side view, which is located on the negative x axis, and then on the front view, which is located on the negative z axis, and then on our top view, which is located in our negative y axis. Okay, so if you want to go to this specific camera view, so just put your cursor on the camera that you want to use, and then just press spacebar. Okay, just press spacebar lang. So that easy. So just press spacebar again, or just press here again. Okay, if you want to go back with your uh, camera layouts. So for example, this one, you want to go back to perspective, so just point your cursor here and then just press spacebar. Okay, so that's how this one works, or panel layout. Okay, so this is our outliner naman, which is this one. So ang outliner naman natin, it will show your current objects na nakalagay sa workspace nyo, which is for example, we have the cube one and then the panel one, which is our parang temporary ground. Okay, or temporary flooring natin. Okay, so ito yung cube natin. Okay, so dito siya. So we could also use this one to select our object if nahirapan ka na. Okay, ayan. And the next one naman is we have the, let's go to the modeling toolkit. Okay, so just for clarification lang, if your workspace is not the same as me, okay, so I'm currently using the Maya Classic in my workspace. So on default, alam ko nasa general usually. Okay, pero if you are not in the general, or you're in other workspace, for example, you're using the modeling standard or modeling expert. So I'm currently using the Maya Classic. So just click this one and then press Maya Classic. Okay. Now, so let's go back to the modeling toolkit. Okay. So this is modeling toolkit. And dito ilalabas yung other tools na necessary for 3D modeling. Okay, so we cannot do a modeling without actually manipulating the model. Diba? Hindi naman pwedeng makagawa tayo with moving and, diba? Moving and scaling lang. Diba? So we actually need other tools to model or to edit a model. Okay, so for this one, we also have this type of components. Okay, so currently we're using the object selection tool. Okay, so object selection tool, obviously, it selects your, it lets you select the object. Okay, and so nasa-select ko yung object ko with the object selection tool. So remember guys, whenever you are editing the the model na ginagawa mo, let's say you are done na, always go back to the modeling or the object selection tool. So instead of pressing this one using the modeling toolkit dito, medyo matagal, very inefficient, we could also press na lang the hold right click. Okay, if you hold your right click mouse button, okay, lalabas tong options na to, and then you can just drag your mouse and then select the object mode. Okay, so nasa object mode na tayo. So the next one naman is we have the vertex. Okay, so ito yung mga vertices natin. So pag pinress ko to, or again, kapag hinold ko si right click, lalabas tong options na to. We have the vertex. Ayan. So if you press a vertex, ito yung nasa corners ng mga ating objects, di ba? Makikita nyo yung mga dots na yan. Ayan, yung mga points na yan. And yung ating vertex. Okay, so if you select this one, you could move them. Ayan. Okay, you could use these tools to move them. Okay, from y-axis to x-axis to z-axis. And we could manipulate this one. Okay. So we cannot actually I believe we cannot rotate this one. Okay. Ayan. So hindi siya na-rotate, hindi rin siya nasa-scale down. So you could only use the move tool. Okay? And then if you want, and then again guys, if you are done now with the editing, like for example, na-move mo na yung kailangan mo, let's say this one. Okay, you're done na. Diba? Always go back to object mode. Okay? Always go back to object mode and then press W, which is move tool. Okay? To avoid having like uh, complications with your object. Kasi may mga instances, for example, you are using the vertex, let's try say this one, and then gusto mo nang i-select yung ano mo, 'di ba? Usually hindi ka na hinahayaan, 'di ba? So gusto mo galawin yung character mo, ay gusto ko nang galawin yung I want to move my character, 'di ba? But you're in the vertex mode, so you cannot do it, 'di ba? Unless you're selecting all of the vertices. 'Di ba? So what we need to do is hold right click again and then go to object mode. And then make sure you're on the move tool. Okay, so next naman natin is we have the edge selection tool. Okay, so para saan naman si edge selection tool? So hold right click, edge, okay, and then we can just drag this one. Okay, and kita nyo naman, we can select an edge, a specific edge. So ito yung mga edge na to. Ayan, nakikita nyo. So lahat na may highlighted na blue, ayan, yung light blue, big sabihin nasa-select yan using our edge selection tool. Okay? So ayan, we could move this one around. Okay, ayan. Okay? So, ito siya. Next naman. So, for example, ayan, we can manipulate this one. So again, go back to object selection tool and then move tool. Okay, so lagi nyong ano yan, sasanayin yung ganyan. Okay? And then lastly, we have this tool, which is the face tool. Okay, so click natin siya. So anong ginagawa niya is, it lets you select a face or a surface area. So for example, this one, diba? So na-highlight ko siya. Ayan. So that means ito yung pwede kong i-manipulate. Okay? So for example, this one, ayan, pwede ko siyang i-rotate. Pwede ko siyang i-scale. Press R to scale. Ayan, diba? So I could do this one. Okay? So for example, this one, nakaano siya. Let's say it is facing this way. Yan, nakita nyo naman. So yung gusto natin, let's say gusto natin i-flatten tong area na to. Okay? Okay, so if we could do is press R or the scale tool, okay, and then use the y-axis na scale natin siya pababa. Okay? Kita nyo, na flat na siya. So if you go to the front view, kita natin na flat na siya. So, balik natin kanina. Ito siya ngayon. So, pag hinatak natin yung y-axis, ganun siya. So, again, kapag gusto naman nating ma-flatten siya from z-axis, pwede naman natin yung hatakan yung kabila. Diba? So, nahatak na siya. So, kung i-check natin yung kabila, ayan, dito naman siya, hindi siya ano. So, gusto natin, pag dikit-dikit dito, so yung kabila na ma-access yung hatakin natin. Ano? So, na ganyan na siya. Na-flatten na siya, nag-merge na sila together. Okay? Ayan. So, balik ko lang. Ayan. So, next naman natin is, ayan. So, nataka na natin to. So, again, object mo, nandito sila lahat. So, hold right click, and then if you want to select edge, nandito siya, vertex, nandito siya, the face, nandito siya. Okay. So, sa multi-component naman, it lets you select everything. So, for example, you want to select the edge, the vertex, ayan. So, ito yung ginagawa ni multi-component. Okay. Usually, ako hindi ko siya ginagamit masyado kasi medyo nagiging complicated. For example, gusto ko lang naman mag-select ng specific, which is edge. Diba? So, mas maganda na specific tool yung gamitin nyo instead of like using the multi-tool. Kasi minsan, nagkakaroon ka, pag let's say, nagmamadali ka na, di ba? So, mo i-select lang to biglang nagkakamali ka, nadidikit dito, ito yung nagagalaw instead of this one, di ba? So, yeah. At least, meron din naman siyang benefits. For example, di ba? Like, ayaw mo nang nagsasayang ng oras. For example, pag nasanay ka talaga dyan, di ba? So, maganda rin siya. Pero, for me, it is best to use the specific tool for selecting. Okay? So next naman natin is this one, sa mesh. So we have this all types of tools for 3D modeling. Okay, so ayan. So next naman natin, very common na tool when it comes to 3D modeling is the extrude. So para saan si extrude? Okay. So for example, we are selecting the face, a specific face. For example, this one. Okay. So we could use the extrude tool to extend the area. For example, this one. Let's say we move lang natin to, so ganyan lang siya, 'di ba? Hindi siya na-extend. Na-extend siya pero hindi siya like nadadagdagan ng poly count. For example, nag-stay pa rin yung tries natin to 12, 'di ba? Walang nangyayari kahit i-move natin siya. Wherein kapag in-extrude natin siya, pag pinrest ko to, or you could find this one on this space. Ito siya. Extrude. Again, sa modeling toolkit, nandito siya. Or for the shortcut key ng extrude is we hold shift, right click, and then lalabas na tong tool na to. Okay? So again, shift, right click, and then this one will appear. Okay? So extrude face ko siya. And so this one will appear. Okay? So currently it is facing this one. Okay? So kung saan nakaharap yung model nyo, and for example, so saan naka-face yung model nyo, yung axis nung extrude is doon din siya haharap. Okay? So for example, this one, extend ko siya ng ganyan. So kung mapapansin nyo, na-extend na siya. Okay? Extend na siya. So dadagdagan yung ating try. So kanina 12 lang siya, ngayon naging 20 na siya, 'di ba? Ayan. So we could do this one. Or for example, meron tayong isang option pa when it comes to extruding. So balik ko lang. So let's say this one, you want to extrude this one. So instead of pressing this one, so let's say you are extruding a simple task lang. Let's say for x-axis or z-axis lang naman yung kailangan mong i-extrude. So let's say straight lang naman yung kailangan mo. So pwede mong gamitin is hold shift and then drag mo lang yung left click mouse mo. Ayan. extrude mo na siya. Okay? So ang disadvantage lang nito is, for example, gusto mo na uniform yung pag-extrude mo. Let's say this one. Diba? Gusto mo uniform or diretso talaga, like alam mong straight siya. For example, this one kanina nangyari. Gusto niya naka-straight siya na ganyan, na ganyan. And so may chance na hindi siya okay, hindi siya uniform. So ito yung gagamitin natin, which is the extrude. Okay? So we have the option, like, diba? So kanina kasi straight up lang yung nangyayari, diba? Ito mo. Pag hinold ko si shift, straight up lang, diba? So kapag gusto ko naka-face talaga siya doon sa ano na yun, sa axis na yun, kailangan ko pa siyang manumanuhin na, diba? Which is hindi siya okay. Kasi hindi siya organized talaga, hindi siya uniform, diba? Wherein kapag si extrude, ayan, it will already be facing the right way kung saan naka-face yung axis niya, diba? Which is perfect when you are extruding May mga specific extrude na kailangan. Okay? So pag very specific yung extrude na kailangan mo, you use this one. Okay? Pero kapag straight line lang naman or straight lang yung area na kailangan mong extrude, you could use the shift and then drag lang. Okay? Alright. So again, ang shortcut niya, kapag gusto mong gamitin to, extrude. So we could hold shift and then right click and then extrude face. Okay? Yan siya. Alright. So next naman natin is we have the bevel tool. So ang ginagawa ni bevel is it creates bevel. So yun na yun mismo. Diba? So nagka-create siya ng bevel. So for example, this one, I selected this edge. So magbe-bevel siya. Pag pinress ko si bevel, ayan, it will create a bevel. Ayan, ganyan. Diba? Ito nyo naman, create siya ng bevel. Okay? So be careful lang kayo sa paggamit nito kasi may chance na masira yung model nyo. For example, this one, nagiging thrice na siya, di ba? Instead of quads. Di ba? Ayan. Oops. Ayan. Okay, undo lang natin. So kapag gusto nyo mag-undo, again, press nyo lang Z. Hindi na kailangan Control Z to undo. Okay? Ayan. So next naman natin is we have the bridge. So para saan naman si bridge? So for duplicate ko lang to. So to duplicate this one, Control D lang para makapag-duplicate. Okay? Okay, rotate ko lang siya. For example, this one. You want to select this face. And then this one, you hold face. You want to select this face. So natin siyang i-bridge together. So pag sinelect ko siya, bridge. So it's not working. Bakit kaya? I think dahil, okay. Hindi siya combined together. So what we're going to do para magamit natin itong bridge is select natin sila pareho. Ayan. Oops, ito. And then we hit combine. Okay? So pagka-combine natin, select natin yung face ng dalawa, and then bridge. Diba? So kung nangyari to sa inyo, kaya nagkaroon ng green na parang highlight na ganyan, so nagkakaroon lang ng error with the material. So select lang natin tong object na to. Okay, go to object mode again, and then hold lang right click, and then assign existing material, and then just press Lambert. Okay, so ito yung default material niya, yung Lambert 1. Okay, so ang ginawa niya is binridge niya yung dalawang faces together. Kinonnect niya. Okay, so hindi siya again, hindi gagana to kapag hindi naka-merge yung or hindi naka-combine yung dalawang object, which I did earlier. So kung mapapansin natin yung outing outliner, dumami na siya, di ba? So meron tayo ditong isang asset dito or meron tayong laman sa outliner na hindi na nag-exist or hindi na kailangan. Okay, so select nyo lang yung object na to and then delete lang natin yung history. Okay, so napansin nyo, nalinis na siya. Okay, so sa delete history, delete niya yung history or yung mga past na changes na ginawa nyo doon sa model. Okay, so kanina, di ba, binridge ko siya. So, may nagkaroon ng history dito, nagkaroon siya. So, kapag dinelete mo yun, mawawala na lahat ng mga changes. Ayun. Okay? And also, we have this two other tools. For example, this one, the center pivot. So, ang ginagawa niya is sinesenter niya yung pivot ng model mo. So, pag pinress ko to, so kanina, makapansin nyo, wala siya sa center. So, pag pinress ko to, ayan, minove niya. Okay? So hindi naman siya hindi siya exactly center talaga if syempre yung model niyo hindi na walang center, 'di ba? Pero kapag mga symmetrical yung model niyo, 'di ba? So most likely mapupunta siya sa center mismo. Okay? So ang next naman is we have the freeze transformation. So para saan naman si freeze transformation? So balik tayo sa channel box natin. Ayan. So kung mapapansin natin dito, ang values natin or yung attributes ng ating model is 0, ayan, puro 0, except dun sa scale, syempre. So, dapat 1 yan. So, kung mapapansin mo, yung translate natin and then yung rotate natin is 0. So, that means ito yung default state niya. So, pag yan ginalaw mo, ayan, pag yan ginalaw mo, dinala mo kahit saan, ayan, nadadagdagan siya. Okay? So, ang gagawin mo lang para mabalik siya dun sa normal state niya, syempre, balik mo lang sa 0. Kasi ito yung normal state niya. Diba? So, binalik mo lahat yan, gawin mo 0, ayan, bumalik siya sa dati. Pero what if you want to move the default stage niya or yung default area niya? For example, dito, gusto mo na dito yung ano niya. Ano dito yung default state niya. Diba? Pag gusto mo dito siya babalik, kapag kinlik mo yung 0. So, dito na papasok si, this is how freeze transformation works. So, when you press this one, it will automatically reset the attributes of your model. So let's say this one. So yan, pag minove mo na siya dito, you can just type in 0, di ba? And then babalik na siya sa normal. Okay? So ito na yung normal state niya or default ano niya, area niya or yung location niya. Okay? Balik ko lang siya dito. Ayan. So tapos na tayo dito with this one. So the delete history, the center pivot, and then the freeze transformation. Okay? So next naman natin is balik tayo sa ating modeling toolkit. Okay? So done na tayo with the extrude, done na tayo with the bridge, done na tayo with the bevel. So let's start modeling na. Okay? So later na natin i-tackle tong other tools kasi masyado na maraming information right now. So let's continue with our next tools. So yung next tool natin or yung next tutorial natin will be creating a table na. Okay? So panoorin nyo na lang yun next. Okay? So goodbye guys.